Hello and welcome. I am Dr. Jessica Bueller. I'm a chiropractor. I own my own business in central South Dakota in a tiny town near Pierre. I have additional certifications in acupuncture and a technique called NATE, which is an allergy elimination technique. I'm married to Matt, who is a farmer, and we have 5 kids from 15 to 3. And I'm just super excited for you guys all to be here tonight to get you this information. When I first heard this information, it was life-changing for me, and I hope that it will be the same for you as well. So 4 years ago, before I was introduced to this product, I was raising 4 babies at the time and running a crazy busy practice, and my husband wasn't around a lot because he was super busy with his job as well. And as many of you know, if you're moms or you own your own business, the busier you are, the crazier it gets. And I was struggling to lose weight. I wasn't sleeping well. I always felt fatigued no matter what I did. My hair was falling out, and I'd always had super thick hair. And really, I was just in a state of going through the motions and really not feeling like it was enough. Like I was good enough, like I was doing enough. It just felt like there wasn't enough hours in the day, right? Not enough of me to go around. I literally was praying for duplication. I even said that, like, if I could just have another one of me, right, to do all of the things. So I don't know if you felt that way or not, but when LifeVantage came into my life, the science was what immediately attracted me to these products. And I really didn't think about myself and what I had going on, but I started to see changes quickly. In fact, what I was thinking of, like anyone who's in the healthcare industry and anyone who just cares about other people in general, I started thinking about all these people that could benefit. I started Rolodexing them in my head as I watched the ABC Primetime Investigative Report and started reading through the research. And it wasn't long after I started activating my own body, though, that I saw my own changes. And then I started plugging into this community, and really, this company has a community unlike any other company. And sorry, it keeps making me do this waiting room thing, and technology is not my strong suit. I'm a people person, not technology person. Anyway. It's the community with this company that is so different than any other place I've been, along with research on products that do perform.
Mom, can me and Randy have
You gotta go out there for a minute, okay,
comment?
sweetie? Yeah, go ahead. Sorry about that. My 3-year-old just popped in. This is one thing about this business that I totally like, is that you have this flexibility to do this from wherever, and it fits into your life. And so I just wanted to welcome you here to hear about LifeVantage. You have this very brief overview, and then get more details from whoever invited you here. So these are just our proper disclosures. We're a publicly traded company, and so our income disclosure statement is there, but obviously you have to work a business to have a business be profitable as well. And so there are no guarantees. And then of course, none of our statements have been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration, and none of our products are intended to cure, treat, prevent, or mitigate any disease, symptom, or condition. Okay, so where we are. What I want to talk to you about tonight is this concept of cellular activation, and this is what sets our company apart from every other company out there. So I'm going to talk as quickly as I can to get it through as much information as I can, so that when you get done with hearing this, that maybe you're as excited as I still am, even 4 years after hearing this for the very first time. So in the 1950s is when they started doing research on antioxidants. I'm going to slide this over here just for a second so you can see the words too. So, but in the 1960s, we had an award-winning scientist who discovered the SOD molecule, the superoxide dismutase. That is Dr. Joe McCord, who I just covered up with this screen. And he had done decades of research on antioxidants, trying to find something that would neutralize free radicals. He devoted his career to fighting the effects of free radical damage and in aging. And in 2003, he formulated Protandim NRF2, and it was launched to market soon afterwards. He had one peer-reviewed published study that he had done. And then in 2005, there was an ABC primetime investigative report done on this product that led to a flurry of media attention. So if you've not watched that ABC primetime clip, ask whoever invited you to see a 3-minute or 9-minute version of that clip. Because the news is not what it is now, right? The news once was different than it is now. But what's really, really cool about this investigative report that was done in 2005 is that all of the statements that they make in there are still valid and true today. So the claim that was made in our study in 2003 was that we could lower oxidative stress on average 40% in 30 days. And it had never been performed. There had never been a product that had done that before that, and there has not been since then either. So in 2005, ABC, when they did this prime time, it was made to debunk that claim. But instead, John Quinones had a 45% reduction in his oxidative stress load in just 2 weeks. And so we had this medical breakthrough product that was on retail shelves, places like GNC and Walgreens. And it was not selling because no one knew what an NRF2 synergizer was. I'm telling you that most science people don't even really know what the NRF2 pathway is and how powerful it is. So when this is sitting on the shelf, what do you put it on? What do you put it by, right? It didn't sell. We were selling less than a half a jar per store in a year. Right. And so in 2009, a marketing guru they hired a marketing guru to figure out what to do. They had this medical breakthrough, but it wasn't in the hands of people, right? It wasn't helping anyone. And he suggested direct sales. And right away, Dr. McCord was like, no, I don't like the sound of network marketing. It has a bad reputation and I don't want to do it. They did a 6-week trial and it outsold by ridiculous amounts. And since then, we've been in direct sales. And honestly, I feel like this is a product that needs direct sales because there's a story that needs to be told with it. It's not just something you're going to see and be attracted to, right? You need to hear the story. You need to hear the science. And that is why whoever invited you here today invited you. We're a publicly traded company on the NASDAQ, and we've been researched independently by universities and prestigious medical centers all over that have done their own self-funded research on our product. That is also unheard of. So what is oxidative stress? Because I said that they found that we could lower it on average by 40% in 30 days. What causes it? So we release free radicals in our body in response to normal reactions. When we breathe, when we eat, when we exercise too much or too little, when we're exposed to toxins. And let me tell you, the amount of toxins we're exposed to nowadays is way more than what your parents and way more than what your grandparents had to experience. Different forms of radiation, medications. We could be here all day talking about it, right? Because there are lots and lots and lots of things that cause free radicals to happen in our bodies. And a cumulative effect of having too many free radicals and not enough antioxidants to balance them is called oxidative stress. Think about cutting an apple, right? If you leave an apple cut, it will start to oxidize. It will start to deteriorate, damage some of that tissue. And that is exactly what happens within our cells. They oxidize. So what can happen if this oxidative stress is uncontrolled? Well, basically you pick a system, or you pick a place where cells are, right? Cells make up tissues, tissues make up organs, organs make up organ systems, and organ systems make up humans. So wherever those cells are, wherever those free radicals are bumping into, they can create damage. So with the heart, we see things like hypertension, or with skin aging, sunburns, we see psoriasis, asthma, Alzheimer's, chronic inflammation, diabetes, you name it, right? And you can Google all of that yourself at pubmed.gov. That's where doctors do their research. It's much better than Google. Sometimes you Google and you have no idea what you're going to get, right? So what happens with this, right, is antioxidants can neutralize free radicals. And I told you that Dr. McCord had studied had studied antioxidants for years, right? And antioxidants, they neutralize those free radicals at a ratio of 1 to 1. But look at how many oranges, how many cups of broccoli, how many cups of blueberries, how many tablets of vitamin C you would have to consume to equate what one Protandim NRF2 synergizer does within your body. We have a 1-in-1, and it's done with antioxidants. You take them and they neutralize at 1-in-1, or you take our NRF2 synergizer and your body starts to make its own antioxidants at a rate of 1 million every single second. And it's producing things like superoxide dismutase, catalase, and glutathione. And I bet you've heard about glutathione in the news even lately, because it's been a hot topic with everything that's been going on since 2020 started. We also have a 10-year study performed by the National Institute of Aging that showed that we were the only dietary supplement proven to extend lifespan in male mice, which equates to about 5 years in humans. So what is Protandim NRF2? It's a combination of the 5 ingredients across the bottom. And when we take those ingredients in the exact formulation, the exact blend, we see that we're able to turn on this pathway within our body. There's a protein messenger, NRF2, within every cell. And when we turn that protein messenger on, it attaches to our DNA and it causes an expression of certain genes. And one of the over 200 genes that it impacts is our antioxidant response system. And that is where we start to produce our own antioxidant enzymes. So that's how we increase those SOD, catalase, and glutathione. That's how we lower our oxidative stress by an average of 40% in 30 days. But that's only one of over 200 human survival genes that are impacted. And you might be thinking, oh, I'm taking some of those things, because I was, right? Ashwagandha, bacopa, green tea, milk thistle, curcumin. Look at the impact on the NRF2 pathway with those guys independently. Now look at when you take all of them in the exact blend, there's a synergy of our components that gives it an 18-fold increase in the expression of that gene. These are some of the journals and universities and institutions that have studied this product. And you can look at all this research on your own, and I could talk about each of these studies for hours. And I'm not even joking, the research is incredible. We have media coverage, and we also have 7 US patents. In the multiple sclerosis journal, this one is super cool. They studied their drug, Tecfidera, in comparison to our natural product with those five key ingredients. Their product costs $52,000 for a 3-month supply. It would be less than $150 for a 3-month supply of our Protandim. And their side effects include death, right? Among other things. But they found that, interestingly, Protandim, a supplement consisting of herbal ingredients, was the most potent inducer and therefore be the best therapeutic strategy in cases of MS. They found an oligodendrocyte protective effect, which means the basic cell of the nervous system is protected when you take this. And how about this one? Washington State University said NRF2 may well become the most extraordinary therapeutic and extraordinary preventive breakthrough in the history of medicine. So I'm just telling you, NRF2, this concept of activation, turning on a pathway within the body, using nutrition to impact our gene expression, is a concept that was unheard of before this company. But they didn't stop there. Then they launched another product. And this is another member of the Protandim family, but this is NRF1 Synergizer. And this is the solution for mitochondrial dysfunction. So if you remember back to your childhood science classes, you remember the mitochondria are the energy producing part of the cell. So what does the cells energy producing do. It's like the engine, right? So this is what gives us our energy. And those free radicals that damage the cells, that create oxidative stress, they also damage mitochondria. So what do you think happens when you have damaged mitochondria, right? Yeah, your cells don't function like they should, right? So when we see this pathway turned on, we see we're able to get rid of mitochondria that are not repairable, repair the fixable ones, and start reproducing more of the good ones, right? So we see an increase in ATP, we see better sleep, we see more energy, we see slowing of cellular aging on a chromosomal level as well. And then they created our third and final member of the Protandim family, Protandim NAD synergizer. And this is similar thing, a pathway within the body. And we're able to turn on those pathways so they attach to our DNA and it causes an expression of certain genes. And with NAD, this is just like fasting in a bottle. And now I'm not saying you shouldn't fast because there's a billion benefits to fasting. But one of the things with fasting that's super cool is that when we fast for 24 hours, we increase our sirtuin production by 94%. And then sirtuins provide multiple benefits within our bodies. NAD is that precursor to those sirtuins. So when we take 2 NAD a day, we increase the sirtuin production by 100% in just 24 hours. Now think about when we were hunters and gatherers and you needed to fast and feast, right? That's how we were made. And when you were in the fasted state, you needed to be smart enough to outrun something and kill it, right? So you needed mental focus and concentration. You need positive mood, motivation. I can do this. Mental and physical energy. You needed healthy joints, healthy cholesterol, healthy vascular system. That is what you get with Protandim NAD. So these three, you guys, are our cellular activators. They turn on those pathways within our cells, Protandim NRF2, NRF1, and NAD. They come in bottles where you open the jar and take out what you need. And then they also come in packets that are pre-measured. So all you have to do is open the packet. They're convenient and portable on the go. And this Protandim Tri-Synergizer, I want you to notice that they studied these independently. If you look at the gray bars, this is taking NRF2 separately, NRF1 separately, and NAD separately. But look at the magic that happens when you take all three together. There's a synergy of our individual products, and there's a synergy when you take all three together. This was so incredible that they redid this study 3 times because even the researchers could not believe it. And then they took that activation principle and they applied it to our brain chemistry. And let's just be real, since 2020 started, what have we seen more of? Anxiety, depression, mood disorders, all sorts of things when it comes to our brain function, right? So this allows your brain chemicals to attach to the appropriate receptors, like a lock and key mechanism. It allows the brain chemistry to function and connect to the right things. So you're functioning on all cylinders. It improves your mental endurance, acuity, concentration, memory retention, and enhances your neurotransmitter function, helps with mental fatigue and brain fog. And it also increases your positive mood, and it's a clean formula. There's no garbage in this. Okay, so this slide, while it is a little busy, I'm going to just very briefly, tell you about this one too. This shows all the products we have. And I want, so we have our Tri-Synergizer that we just talked about, and we have our brain drink. But again, we didn't stop there. They took our NRF2 activation principle and they applied it to our 4-legged friends with a version specific for your pets called Pet Tandem. And then we also have a skincare and hair care line. I don't know if you can see mine that much, but that's all I use on my face and my hair, and it's made a humongous difference. And think about that. If we're going to try to lower the free radical damage by reducing that toxicity inside, we also want to do that from the outside in, right? We want to stop putting on so many toxins on the outside. And then across the bottom here, we also have a personal care line. So things like deodorant and lotion and body rub, clean, non-toxic formulas that also activate that NRF2 pathway from the outside in. And then we have a few supplements that, in my honest opinion, all humans should be taking. We have an Omega Plus product, and then we also have to address our gut health, and we have to look at probiotics, prebiotics, And the really, really cool product that we have is called Daily Wellness, and it has a postbiotic in it, but it has the 5 key ingredients that people are looking for to stay well. And then we also have a whey protein and a fat burn product. So this is everything, you guys. And while this slide can seem a little bit overwhelming, have you ever been on a site and they suggest things for you and you're like, huh, I am interested in that, right? Well, that's sort of how this goes. It's not that you need everything all at once, or maybe you want everything all at once, but at least you know that there are options and you can get all your things in one place. This has been a huge saver for me. So how do you get the products, right? So there is a business with this. And even if you're not interested, I want you to listen for just a few minutes so you can see if you really are or you're not, right? This is the perfect meld. You can literally do this from your cell phone. I do almost all of my business from my cell phone. Social sharing, you can, there's no physical location or assets or inventory. You don't keep anything on hand. We have literally cut out the middleman. Remember, I told you that we used to be on shelves, right? And now we're not. We're cutting out the middleman. It comes directly from the company right to you. And it comes to you. The person that gets paid in the in between is the person that shared this with you. They told you the story. And that's the difference. You're helping somebody small instead of a bigger company. And so your whoever invited you will have their own replicated website, just like this. And if you already know what you want, they could send you a preloaded cart, and all you would have to do is simply check out, just like you would on Amazon. Or they can send you their site and you can look around and see what you might be interested. Or you can have that conversation with them and they can help you decide what's right for you. And one thing I really like is that this company has bundled all the products together in different bundles to give you a better price. We are also at the forefront of biohacking and nutrigenomics. I told you that our first study was in 2003. This was when the company literally brought to the world the concept of using nutrition to affect our gene expression and using the cell signaling pathways, right? So this is the traditional plan. The first time I saw this, I'm like, huh, yeah, that is what we're taught, right? Go to school till you're in your 20s and then work for 40 or 50 years. And then hopefully you can retire and enjoy some of your life, right? But with LifeVantage, you guys, you can go to school, right? And then you can even be working while you're learning this business. You can earn while you're learning, and then you'll have more years of your life to actually live and enjoy. Because what the studies are showing is that most people, by the time they're able to retire, they don't have enough money to retire, and they don't have health to even enjoy those years. So the concept of enjoying life sooner before then is a great concept. Okay, so how does it look if you were interested in becoming a distributor like the person invited you? You would simply buy a bundle of product that is discounted. This is the only time our products are different than the price that our customers get, which I love, because the only advantage to becoming a distributor is that you would get compensated when you share these products with other people. So you buy products so that you can use the product, because when you're a product of the product, it's a lot easier to describe what it did for you. How do you make money? You get paid weekly, monthly, and we even get paid daily. So how far could you take this? A Pro 3 in our company, and these pros, if you will, are based on volume of product going through your organization. A Pro 3, which is our foundational rank, makes on average $581 a month. What would $581 a month do in your life? I'm not sure what that's like. Would that be your childcare or your car payment or your house payment? Or maybe at Pro 5, this is the top 1.5% of our company is Pro 5 and above. And that's on average $2,900 a month. What does $2,900 a month look like for you? I know for a few on my team, that was income replacing income. That allowed them to change what they were doing in their life. And they really weren't liking what they were doing anyway. Or how about at the level of Elite Pro 7? This is one of the top ranks in our company. They're on average making $12,400 a month. What does $12,000 a month do for you? So you need to think about those things in your life, and when you're dreaming and when you're thinking and what your goals are, you know, that's a big thing too. So can you do this? Well, we have a huge support system, worldwide customer and distributor support. We have a mobile app that is super cool. It even has artificial intelligence built into it. So again, that you can build from your phone, because we're always on the go. I'm busy too, right? I told you I run my own practice that's crazy busy. I have 5 kids. My husband's busy. You know, the thing about time is that you're the creator of it and you're also the waster of it, right? So you have to be crafty and use your time wisely. But there's education on skill set, mindset, and business tips too. We have monthly marketing calendars, private support community, and a launch guide to get you started right away. So what I would like you to do is get back to whoever invited you to hear this and tell them where you are. Are you interested in trying products? Are you interested in trying products and also possibly sharing this with other people? Or do you need more information? Because I know that whoever invited you would love to answer and help you get to your goals in life. So thank you for listening.